I don't remember any of it.
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Welcome to the Rated G for Gamers podcast, episode 85. Before we start the show, we just a quick reminder that you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, at Rated G for Gamers, and you can email us at ratedgforgamers@gmail.com. We appreciate all the love, the likes, and all the interactions that you guys do, so thank you. I'm your host, Dave Rotino. This is my co-host, Dan, the podcaster, formerly known as Classic Robinson.
What's going on, man?
It is a very special episode today.
Why is it a special episode? Every episode is special to you, Dave.
Every episode. This is an extra special episode today.
Super special.
You want to know why?
Why is it?
It is our 2-year anniversary.
We've been doing this for 2 years.
I've been
putting up with you for 2 years.
I've been putting up with you for 2 years.
We've been putting up with each other
for 2 years.
Since September. The first week of September 2015.
That's right.
Wow.
Started all so long ago.
Wow. So you know what? I'm going to do something we never did before.
Oh, tell.
Listen, our convo of the week is going to be a retrospect on 2 years of doing this. How did we start?
Mm-hmm.
I've been asked that question a bunch of times.
Of course.
How did we start? So I'm going to tease our convo of the week at the end of the show. Is going to be sort of a retrospect. How did I put up with Dave doing this for 85 episodes?
Wow, you make it seem like it's very one-sided.
It's just I've been putting up with you, so it's okay. It's okay.
Excellence comes with a price. All right, I'm just saying.
And you know what?
To be this good,
I know
to be this good,
to be as good as Classic,
to be this good,
formerly known as Classic, to be as good as me, I had to put up with Mr. Rotino. So
it's interesting. We will tell the origins of Classic, how Classic became Danny.
Okay, and we would tell the origins of how Dave Rotino stayed Dave Rotino, and he was not something else.
Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll do that later in the show. This weekend was PAX weekend. PAX Prime weekend.
As you listened, this past weekend was PAX Prime. Mm-hmm. As we record, PAX is still going on.
Well, today's the last day. Yeah,
today's the last day.
We just found out PAX East is going to be 4 days.
Woo!
Which is fantastic.
You know what? I don't even know if I can give it a really full woo. I'm going to be tired. Super tired.
It takes a lot out of you.
We go every year for the last 2 years since we've done the show, and we did the whole 3-day weekend. Mm-hmm. But now I got to take an extra day off from work because we got to do all 4 days.
Of course, you have to go, right?
It's going to be from April 5th. Right? It was April 5th, 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Yeah, I think it's that. I think it's that 4 days.
Something right. Yeah, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right. So now it starts on a Thursday, goes till Sunday. It's going to be better, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because you have the extra day
to do what? To continue to walk around.
Fill in. Yeah, sure. Fill in whatever you want. You have an extra day to do it, so you don't have to worry about getting all the vendors. You don't have to worry about meeting up with so-and-so and this and that. You have an extra day now to do that because there's more con going on.
Well, here's the thing. I may, this came out of left field, and I already sort of cemented, I talked to my boss and was like, hey, look, I need, these days off. Now I got to talk to him and tell him I need an extra day off in April.
Well, you work that out with your superiors as you do. I mean.
So, but, it's a good thing in the sense that, since tickets always sell out right away.
I know.
Right. Well, at least the tickets for the whole weekend, right?
Yeah, the 1 days may go on for another day or two, but then that's it. After the week's out, they're pretty much done.
Well, if you're someone who's never been to PAX, right, or doesn't go to PAX all the time, and you want to go to PAX, you have an extra day of tickets that may not sell out right away.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
better for the fans, most definitely.
Better for the consumers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hopefully they'll have more hotel space, because that's always an issue.
Well, we always get a hotel that's pretty far from.
Yeah, or an Airbnb or whatever it is. You know,
Airbnb.
You know,
last year
we make it work.
Last year PAX was in the middle of a blizzard.
Oh God, it was freezing last year.
We were pretty far away from.
We were about 20 minutes out. We were 20 minutes. 20 minutes out when it's 0 degrees outside is very, very far.
It is. It makes it extra. It makes it more. It makes it further.
Of course.
Yeah. So I was about to do what we always do and make up words, but I said further. So
what would you always do?
No.
You have coined many words. We have the Dan the podcaster foreigner's classic dictionary over here.
We do. But we have the Rotino dictionary.
I've never made up a word in my entire life because I understand
several words for the show.
I understand the English language.
You've made up several words for the show. You have.
I all right. Pick one out.
Oh, well, you know what? We're gonna go back in the archives. We have 84 of them.
We do have 84 episodes.
So. Listen, this is a great thing. I think it's a great thing.
Yeah.
Just make sure when you go to PAX, if you've never been to PAX, wear some good sneakers with good soles. Because, Mike, I'm talking to you, Mike, you novice, you rookie, who came with boots the last PAX East. Wear good soles. Okay?
That's right.
You're going to be walking around. You do a lot of walking, a lot of standing.
You got to get some Dr. Scholl's in there, get some supports in there, take some Advil. Also, too, bring some hand sanitizer, because the PAX plague is definitely a thing.
PAX box?
The PAX box, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to get sick.
That is a thing.
That is a thing. That's why I don't shake hands. I throw the fist up.
The fist bump? There you go.
There you go. Throw the fist in the air. Like, hey, what's going on, man?
So,
Dave, as we always try to start the show, but always fail, what have you been playing?
Oh, love this question. Especially this week.
Let me guess.
Uh-huh.
Tekken 7.
No Tekken 7.
You've been playing Tekken for like the whole
for a hot minute. Well, I mean, when you pay
all Dave has been playing.
When you pay $60 for a game, you want to get the most out of it.
No. Dave, listen for people who are new to the show.
Don't shame me for playing this game too much.
You?
But you're gonna.
I'm not gonna shame you.
Go ahead.
Dave plays every game on super hard. So he get to play the game for like 7 years until he actually beats it, and he finally joins the conversation of people who actually beat the game, like when it came out.
The story mode is fine. I don't beat it on my own time. I'm mostly playing on. I'm exclusively playing online now.
Oh, you're playing online?
I was playing online. That's right.
How good are you?
I'm okay.
Really?
I'm okay.
Taking tournaments?
I'm okay.
You gonna be in Evo 2018?
I'm okay. That's the best I can say. I don't want to say I'm bad, but I'm definitely not good, and I'm not Evo material. You kidding me? No. The only game I could possibly compete in would be Tetris or Dr. Mario.
Really?
Yeah, that's it.
No, well, we went to Portland Retro Gaming Expo last year. You were really all about that Dr. Mario.
Wow, I was like, oh, I'm really good, and then I took the top score because I got in there early. I got a pretty decent score. And then I came back and like somebody beat my score by like 3 times, and I was like, "Oh." And that's just at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo where there's like 2,000-3,000 people, maybe.
In Portland, at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, we stayed as they were like it was done. It was closed,
we stayed to the end. I got that third place prize package.
They were they were cutting the lights off. They were cutting the electricity off, and you stayed. You were like sitting there just trying to do your best. To just make score. I did. I
got a third place. I got a respectable third place.
You did make the third place.
Yeah,
I give you that.
I made it by like a couple hundred points.
Dave was stubborn. He was like, "No, I had number 1 spot."
They were. I felt bad a little bit, but I was already in the heat of it. I'm like, I can do this.
So I'm just standing behind you as everything is closed off. They're kicking people out, except for vendors, because vendors have to pay.
Yeah, they had people still had the teardown. So I mean, it wasn't going to be closed up for at least another hour.
Yeah, but those guys were cool about it. They were
they
wanted to see you make it.
Of course.
They wanted to see you make it.
So to answer your question. How you tried to start the show, but didn't start the show, and then asked the question, and then we went off on that tangent. Relevant tangent, but still a tangent. I've been playing Sonic Mania. Picked that up finally
on the Switch.
How
you like it?
You can see the Instagram post on it. I love it. I think it's awesome.
Okay.
I know you were pretty high on it.
You're pretty high. I really love Sonic Mania. I think you know what? I think I got to downgrade it. I think it's the second best Sonic game I've ever played.
Next to
Sonic 2. Maybe
Wow.
nostalgia purposes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I think Sonic 2 was just like the best Sonic game I've played so
Mm-hmm.
far.
Do you feel? I don't know if I talked about this with you, but do you feel that the you feel it plays a little too much on the nostalgia of the Sonic Mania?
I don't think it plays too much on the nostalgia. It's different. It's definitely like a fan-driven game, sort of like a fan-made game. It looks like any other fan-made game, where it's like totally, sort of different. Where, like, on regular Sonic games, you finish like the first 2 boards, and that's that's it. Like, there's no boss, there's no mini boss. Mm-hmm. But on this, there's 2 boards for each level, and you have a mini boss which you have to fight.
Yep.
And the boards sort of, or even RGT even said it, like, Sonic is challenging. You got to really practice and be good at it.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like the regular Sonic games where you can sort of easily beat the boss until you get sort of like to the later levels. Mm-hmm. The levels aren't as challenging until you get sort of like to like maybe the second or third level towards the last end of the game. Mm-hmm. The mini bosses, I gotta say, I don't know if I really like them a lot.
Yeah, you said you were not too crazy on them.
I'm not crazy on the mini bosses.
I didn't. I'm up to the end of the fourth level, the giant spider.
Okay.
That is tough. That one I visibly have trouble with, because you have to knock him into the spikes. So it's like a platform that's going up.
It don't get any.
Oh,
it don't get any easier.
That's great. Like that one I had trouble with. All the other ones were fairly okay. This one's tough.
Well, how'd you like spoilers? Just gotta put a spoiler alert out there. How'd you like the Puyo Puyo?
The Puyo Puyo thing, I don't think that's too big of a spoiler. I mean, it's just one of like the boss battles.
Second level.
Yeah.
The second mini boss level.
The second mini boss level, you play Puyo Puyo in the middle, which is great.
I throwback to that Robotnik.
Right.
Puyo game.
Yeah, Dr. Mean Bean Machine?
Something like that,
yeah. Yeah, I think that's it.
I hate it. I love Tetris. I'm not a big Puyo Puyo fan.
Uh-huh.
I'm not even a big Dr. Mario fan. I just got it for Christmas one day because they thought it was my parents thought it was a Mario game. They didn't know it was like a Tetris game.
Right.
So I was just like, what is this? What the hell is Dr. Mario? I'm like, pills? This is Tetris with pills. What is this? So I had no choice but to play it because, I got it for Christmas.
Right.
So, and I got it on a Game Boy. I'll never forget that. Like, the only 2 Game Boy games I really had for a long time were Dr. Mario and Tetris. They were the same game.
kind of, in a way. But yeah, no, I mean, I loved the whole Puyo Puyo thing in there. I thought it was, I was cracking up when I saw that. And apparently it comes back later, possibly.
I don't know. I never made it.
I think I heard somebody talking about that it possibly comes back in a later stage.
I didn't make it that far. I'm sort of at the stage. I can't even describe. I'm not even going to describe because I don't want to spoil it for you because you're like a big guy. You hate spoilers.
Well, I want to play the game. Yeah, I mean, I bought it. I want to experience it.
So you get it on the Switch or PS4? Where do you know? Here you go.
On the Switch. On the Switch, of course. I was playing it on the subway. It was great. I was like, high res visual Sonic, Sega Saturn-esque pixel art on the go on the subway.
Well, as a side note, they finally got a release date for Sonic Mania. It's coming out in November.
For
all consoles.
Oh.
But the Switch version has like a limited edition where you get the Sonic Forces Joy-Con.
Wait. Are you talking about Forces or Mania?
Forces.
Oh, you said Mania.
Sorry, it's kind of hard to mix up because we got 2 Sonic games coming this year.
Right.
So you got Sonic Forces. Sonic Forces coming out. We'll see how that does, but I really think going forward, unless Sonic Forces is just like a super hit, it comes out sort of maybe a couple of weeks after Mario, so it's away from Mario. It gives people time to play Mario Odyssey. Yeah. And of course, I'm gonna play Sonic Forces on the Switch, by the way, just so you know.
Well, yeah.
I think that's a game. I think going forward we'll get more like old school type Sonic games. What do you think?
Well, if Mania is any indication, they will make another one. They will make another 2D Sonic game.
They're definitely going to make another one.
Because they don't know how to do a 3D Sonic game successfully.
Well, let's see what Forces. Forces looks okay, right?
Yeah, okay. I mean, you could say that about any Sonic game since Adventure.
I didn't think Sonic Adventure looked great, personally. I wasn't.
Yeah, again, it looks okay, and it is okay in the end. Colors, Generations, Sonic Boom. I mean, some of them are better than others. You know, some people like Generations, some people like Colors.
No, people love Colors.
Well, love is a strong word, but
well, it definitely got like 7s and 8s across the board.
sure, but it's 7s and 8s. You know, when you look at like
7 and 8, 7 and 8.
You look at like a Zelda game, any Zelda game.
10.
Besides Skyward Sword.
10.
Yeah, essentially a 10 across the board.
When was the last time Mario got a 10?
Probably with Galaxy 2.
Yeah, and
I mean, they put out good stuff. The three. All I'm saying is the 3D Sonic games are a bit of a mixed bag. Forces may be great. I hope it does well, but I bet they're going to do another 2D Sonic game.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. Because Sonic Mania did like amazing, and there should be a Sonic Mania 2.
I would. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. With all new levels.
All new levels. I mean, we got a nostalgia pull with the first couple levels.
Yeah,
and that's done.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and that was the biggest complaint that held that game back from getting higher scores. That they played too much on the nostalgia level, and I think I wouldn't have held that against the game. Because we had so many bad Sonic games. I actually would have said that's a plus. It pulled in a nostalgia level,
right?
And because honestly, when I first started playing that first level, Green
Hill Zone is basically Green Hill Zone from the first one. Yeah,
with an extended version of the original.
Right.
Because I was like, what's different about it? I don't see the difference. And then finally, you get to see the difference because it's a little bit longer with more intricate,
different paths and whatnot.
Paths,
yeah.
High, mid, and low. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I really like Sonic, but I gotta say, Sonic Mania is number 2 on my list. If I have to rate, and I know this is off the cuff, not a part of our notes, not a part of the show, off the cuff. If I had to rate the Sonic games, top 3 Sonic games of all time, for me, I would say Sonic 2, Sonic Mania, and Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah. I'll give you that. Sonic 3 is, well, I like Mania more than 3.
Well, here's the thing.
Because Mania is a more complete. Mania's a longer game.
It is.
It's basically Sonic and Knuckles.
And more challenging.
Plus an extra level. And also more challenging, yeah.
I didn't really play Sonic 3 until later on. I didn't get Sonic 3 when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't play Sonic 3 until later on in life. And I guess because of the music and licensing issues, that's why Sonic 3 isn't ported as much as Sonic 1 and 2.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah.
So I'm looking. I think you can buy Sonic 3 on the 360.
Oh, I have the 360. Yeah,
it is not backwards compatible with the Xbox One.
Right.
So I may actually, because I want to play Sonic 3 and beat it, because I beat Sonic CD recently.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I may just
3 is great. Yeah.
boot up my 3. I want to beat up my 360. I want to boot up my 360 and. I think I'm gonna buy
right. You gotta get the dust and the cobwebs off of it, right?
Yeah. Well, I have a big collection. And I hit it with the compressed air all the time to make sure there's no dust in it.
That's right. Like any good collector would do.
All right. So what else other than Sonic have you been playing?
Well, the other big game.
Oh my god.
What, Final Fantasy 12, baby.
You still playing that?
I just started playing
Zodiac
that.
Age for PS4.
That's right. I mean, it's not a 5-hour. It's not a 5-hour game like the Order 1886. There's meat on the bone. You can't just beat it in one sitting.
Plenty of meat. It is 6 hours. Thank you very much. And it's plenty of meat.
And you went through it. You put it down. You closed the case, and it went back on the shelf.
You know what?
Never to be played again.
I'm gonna play it again because I'm gonna platinum that.
Go ahead.
Now I'm gonna platinum that game. You're gonna make me platinum that game.
Go ahead.
You'll make me platinum that damn game.
I'm sure it'll take another 5 minutes.
Ryan McCaffrey from IGN. He runs the Xbox division, the Xbox podcast. He really loves. The Order 1880.
I'm sure it's a good game. I will. Like I said,
you said it's next. You said it's next on your list.
I will say that, like I said, after I beat Final Fantasy 12 and Final Fantasy 15, the next game on my list is the Order 1886.
All right, and you're gonna love it.
I'm sure it's a good game.
Nominated for Game of the Year.
I'm sure it's a good game. Wow. We have yet to see if it makes the list.
David's gonna nominate it. I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna right now. I'm not nominating it. I nominated it twice. Because I think it's the most underrated game of all time.
Oh my god. Building up the hype yet again.
You know what? If someone can port the Order 1886 to the Sega Saturn, that would be the most underrated game and system of all time.
Oh my god, you backport it down to demake it? Demake it, yeah. Demake it.
Make it Resident Evil style.
Oh god. So, you know what I've been playing. I don't know what you've been playing.
So finally, they did a patch. Tacoma actually works.
Hey, look at that! They actually made the game playable.
Yes, I've been playing a little bit.
Did they get a round of applause for that?
They get no round of applause.
I feel like that's a bit of a gamer grief right there.
It was a former Rated G for Rated G.
Are you amending that gamer grief, or are you still?
I am not amending that grief.
Okay, good.
It shouldn't took a month.
Hold them to task.
For it to work. I'm sorry.
It took a whole. Wow.
Well, I don't know when the patch actually was downloaded.
Oh, okay.
But I played it 2 days ago for the first time. I was like, you know what? Let me boot this up real quick and see if they fixed it. And it works. But I gotta say, it's still choppy.
Oh, it's choppy.
It's like I get like it freezes like 2 seconds and then it works.
So
it's not one in one with the controller sometimes. So
that's upsetting.
I don't know if I need to uninstall it and reinstall it again. But it definitely is choppy to the point to where when I put it down, it was like just freezing. It was freezing, working like every 5 seconds. I was like, I don't want to play this now. But it just killed the mood for what I was doing.
Okay, so you played a little bit of that.
I played about an hour of Tacoma.
Okay.
Really good game. If you play Gone Home, make it a Gone Home. It is not an Xbox exclusive. They haven't announced a date for PS4, but they also said it wasn't an Xbox exclusive. So it will be coming out to PS4 eventually. We'll see. It's a timed exclusive.
Well, it's on the PC, right?
I think it's on the PC.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
You PC Mike, tell me if Tacoma is on PC. PC Master Race, you PC geeks.
I can tell you right now if you want.
No, that's
all
okay.
Right.
We'll let Mike tell us.
Okay, fair enough.
One day you're gonna know Mike is a real person and not a figment of my
I met Mike. We talked about this.
You met Mike for literally 10 seconds.
Well, I know he's a real person.
That could have been.
And me and him had a connection right away. Let me tell you.
Whatever. You know what? Screw you, PC geeks. I'll be at work and Mike would text me. He'd just be like, if I'm ever on the show, I'm gonna agree with Dave. And I'm like, screw you, Mike.
That's right, because Mike knows.
Screw you, Mike.
He's a smart individual.
You know what?
He knows the power of the PC.
You know what? Mike's not smart. I'm saying it now. He's a client.
Call him out.
He's a client.
Call him out.
So please don't let me lose you as a client. I love you, man.
So what else you been playing?
And also, I've been playing Bayonetta 1 for the Wii U. I have the dual disc when you buy Bayonetta 2 for the Wii U.
They give you Bayonetta 1.
They give you Bayonetta 1
for free.
Well, it's included.
Yeah, for free. Yeah. Just like how you get your copy of Earthbound. You got it for free.
Lukey Games, get a shout out. I got enough points.
Yeah.
Actually, I have enough points now to get a Ninja Gaiden or Gaiden wherever you are in the world.
Gaiden
1, 2, and 3, the collector's edition for Super Nintendo.
That's right.
I'm trying to decide: do I want to use my points to get a bunch of games, or just get that one game that's like $250?
Yeah, right.
So we'll see. I haven't made a decision yet. So I've been playing Bayonetta 1. Love that game. We're not gonna get into the whole scandalous female.
Well, we're not about controversy here on Rated G. Not about controversy.
The game is
good. The game is solid.
The game is solid. The game is like an easier version of Dark Souls, if you ask my opinion.
Sure.
I love the female protagonist. I'm not gonna go into history of Bayonetta, but I will say is when I posted on Instagram, both my Bayonetta games. So I have Bayonetta 1 for Xbox 360. I have Bayonetta 2, I have Bayonetta 1 for Wii U, and I posted my 2 Amiibos. I did see the completionist posted the next day.
Right.
He posted he completed Bayonetta 1. And I was like, it was ordained to play Bayonetta 1. So I've been playing Bayonetta. Bayonetta 1's been dominating my playlist for the last 2
I have a serious question for you.
Okay, what's the question?
This Bayonetta also came out on PS3, yes? I'm curious why you didn't get the PS3 version. As you always say, the PlayStation is the superior company and has the superior console.
I mean,
I'm just curious.
If you want to be honest, it came out first on the Xbox 360 and got ported later to the PS3. So the Xbox 360 version was just cheaper.
Yeah. It wasn't because the PS3 version was hot garbage. Because it was not good.
You know what? You know what? The PS3 version.
I'm just saying.
The PS3 version.
It was hot
If
garbage.
you're gonna listen
It was
to
hot
If
garbage.
you're gonna listen to the completionist, which is his opinion,
Uh-huh.
the PS3 version wasn't as good.
Oh, I think that is a general
As the
consensus.
360.
That is not one man's point of view.
The PS3 version was ported, by the way. It was.
That doesn't matter. You can make excuses to your blue in the face.
You know what?
It wasn't as good as the
ports,
360.
Some ports may be better than others, right? So, the Wii U port was better than the Xbox than the PS3.
Well, it was enhanced.
Yeah,
It had extra things in there. They tweaked some stuff, so you know.
Yeah, and
It's done right.
And guess,
It's done right.
and guess, I guess I could have played it on 360 because I owned the physical version.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could have bought the PS3 version, and it came free with the Wii U. And guess what version I decided to play?
The Wii U
The
version.
Wii version.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. I just because you love to throw shade on the Xbox.
No shade.
On
I
every
love
chance you
Xbox.
get. You throw dirt on the
I
grave.
was with the Xbox.
You throw dirt on the
from day
grave
one.
before the Xbox is already in the ground.
I was with the Xbox from day one. You have thrown shade on the OG Xbox.
Because the OG Xbox also hard garbage. I'm sorry.
What? Oh, listen.
And I own an Xbox.
Listen,
I own an
for
original
you- for
Xbox.
you, he's
so
a
I'm
fake-
making your argument.
You're a fake Xbox fan.
Why would I buy a system to
You're a
just
fake
have the
Xbox fan.
system?
You're a fake. He just wants to go against me because we're a debate show.
No,
We
it's
debate about
just
everything.
horrible.
We
It's
debate
a
about
horrible
mostly
system.
everything.
It's one of the worst systems of all time.
What? The OG Xbox is one of the greatest systems. It changed the course of history with video gaming systems.
I don't know
Consoles.
about that. They stole everything from Dreamcast. So there you
God.
go. There you go.
You know, one day we keep saying this. One day we're gonna have a convo.
Yeah, no, of
the week,
course.
and we're gonna talk about how great the OG Xbox was.
Oh, that sounds like a good debate.
It does, and I'll be right and you'll be wrong.
So I got a couple good pickups this week.
Okay.
Got a little game called Wolfenstein: The New Order.
PC.
That's right. I got the PC version, which took a while, and it.
Well, you already had the PC version, right?
Well, I mean, I bought it at Goodwill, but the key was already used.
So you couldn't use it.
Yeah, so I had to bring it back, and I told the lady at the counter, I was like, "Look, this game is never going to work because the key is used," and I think she understood, but
She don't understand. It's gonna be back for sale tomorrow.
yeah, right. Well, I don't know. I haven't actually seen it in the case anymore, so there's that. But I got it from GameStop of all places. They had like 3 PC games, and I asked the guy behind the counter. I was like, "Do you have Wolfenstein: The New Order?" He's like, "I don't." He's like, "The digital version?" I'm like, "No, I want the physical." And he was like, "I don't think we have," and he's like punching it in the computer. He's like, "We do have it in stock." So even they were very surprised. So I got that. I got Tekken 3, best Tekken ever. And WarioWare, Smooth Moves.
For what?
For the Wii U, I think.
How do you not know what system it's for?
Is it the Wii or the Wii U?
The Wii is white.
The Wii or the Wii U?
The Wii U is blue.
I don't know. I bought it in Fury.
Is WarioWare?
It is WarioWare. Well, I mean, they have WarioWare in each system.
I know,
I
but-
do think it may be the Wii U.
How do you not know this?
I think it may be the Wii
that
U.
doesn't make any sense. How do you not know this?
We'll see when it comes. When it
when
comes.
did you order? Wait. You don't even have it on you. What do you have it?
Oh, it's on the way. It's coming.
Well, I mean, did you buy it on? Where did you buy it on?
I bought it on eBay. Yeah.
On eBay. Okay.
Yeah, I bought it on eBay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
How do you not know what you bought?
it doesn't matter.
Okay,
I'll
Smooth Move is for the Wii, by the way.
okay. Well,
So you got it
thank
for
you
the
for
Wii.
the clarification.
So you gotta.
So I have that for the Wii. There you go. And those are my. Also, I got Crystal Castles for the Atari.
Oh, okay.
Good game. I played it exclusively on the Commodore 64 because we had the Commodore and we had all the games.
Never had a Commodore 64.
Commodore was great. You could pirate games so easily on that thing. Now I would have felt bad and probably would have bought the physical copies. But like at the time, you can put like 8-10 games on a disc and boom, there it is. And I love that game. So now I have it for the Atari.
Gotcha.
Gotta end up dusting that off and give it a couple rounds.
So I have. I picked up Sonic R for the Japanese Sega Saturn.
What is Sonic R?
That's like the Sonic racing games.
Oh, interesting.
So-
Gotta go fast.
And as of this recording, I just bought Sonic. What was it? Sonic Gen Generations, whatever, for the GameCube. What was it? For the GameCube?
Okay, is it a Sonic compilation?
No, Sonic Gem. No, it was a Sonic Gem collection.
Right. It's a compilation. Yeah,
and it has like Sonic 1, 2, and it has like the Sonic R, the American version. For Sega. Well, I got it for the GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
I brought a Kami. We talked about Kami.
We did.
An HD re-release for the new consoles. I have
You had to get the Wii. You had to get the OG one.
I got it for the Wii, which was the port from the PS2.
Mm-hmm.
I found that actually of all places Gamestop for like $15.
Nice.
And I also copped Earth Defense Force Insect Armageddon. For the
that old gem.
So now I have all the Earth Defense games.
Yeah,
all
the
for the 360.
The EDF games are good. Actually, I bet you don't. Do you have EDF for the Super Nintendo?
No way, that came out for Super Nintendo.
Earth Defense Force, I believe, is also a Super Nintendo game.
You're making me look at Lukey.
That's there you
Lukey
go.
Games, baby.
We're doing it. We're doing it live, folks.
I'm doing it.
Dan Robinson is going to be buying games live on the air.
No way.
In T-minus 30 seconds.
No way.
I told you.
Well, maybe Lukey may not have it though.
Well, look on eBay.
Well, let me look at Lukey real quick.
Oh my God, we're recording right now. Come on.
We're recording.
You want me to go ahead and fill time while you look this up?
You know what? Look, fill time on Earth Defense. I'm just gonna put Earth Defense. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna look.
All right. Fair enough.
I'm looking right now.
Fair enough.
Platform. Okay. Super Nintendo 2. It may not be them. Is this the same series though?
It's Earth Defense Force.
Is it the same series?
Yeah, it's Earth Defense Force. What do you think? Is it the same series?
It may not be the same series.
Oh my God!
You know what?
It is the same series.
I'm buying it right now.
There you go.
Well, I'm gonna double check on eBay.
All right, we'll handle that after the show.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, there you go. You need to fill that in your collection.
I have all the Earth Defense Force games. That's what I'm gonna have.
You will. You're welcome. By the way.
Well,
You're
thank
welcome.
you. I didn't even know they.
I import the knowledge onto you.
And then I'm just a great gamer and I beat it and you suck at it.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how many hours you put into it. See how many minutes you put into it.
Well, I got my Superboy.
You could play it on the go.
I could play it on the go. Mm-hmm. So a game that we both don't have that came out recently was Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do a little quick review roundup as we started it because I don't remember anybody else starting review roundup.
That's right.
Before us.
That's
2 years
right.
ago.
We coined it. It's our thing. Everyone else copped off us.
You know what? So it came out Metacritic 85. So
solid.
That's a solid game.
Solid.
So GameSpot gave it a 90. Nintendo Life gave it about a 90. US Gamer gave it a 90. Didn't know Yahoo reviewed games. They gave They gave it an 80.
Yahoo's got a gaming section.
Yeah, but they gave it an 80. Games Radar gave it an 80. Game Informer gave it an 85. Polygon gave it an 80. The Outliers pretty much not that was a bad game, but pretty much scored it in the average range of the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Washington Post gave it a 70. Didn't even Washington Post even reviewed games.
Well, now we do. Learn something new every day. Forbes, Time Magazine,
Post.
Washington Post now.
Yeah. So IGN gave it a 77.
Mm-hmm.
And Destructo gave it a 70.
Oh,
yeah, this is like one of those tactile.
It's a tactical game. You play in a grid. You have movement spaces and whatnot, and it's really all about like, okay, if I move this guy here, I can do this, and then put this guy over here and do that. So it's there's strategy in like setting everything up. It's not very actiony at all because it's all kind of like turn based. This guy goes and this guy goes. I mean, you've said this isn't necessarily your jam. I love it. I do want to pick it up. I'll probably be getting it pretty soon, especially based on the good reviews. I mean, it looks like it's fairly solid across the board, right?
Not my jam.
Yeah,
this is a game that I'll get when it goes. It's a little cheaper, not a $60 game.
Mm-hmm.
More half the price, maybe. Eventually,
you'll get it to put in the collection when it's $20 on sale.
Actually, I'll play it, and maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I'll get into it because it's a Mario sort of game, right?
Sure.
Well, Mario skin sort of game, but not my type of cup of tea. I'm not really into those type of tactical battle games.
Sure, that's fair.
I mean, I didn't even play, what was it, Halo?
Halo Wars?
Halo Wars.
Halo Wars is not a good version of that.
So, Not my thing. You love this type of stuff, right? Like this is like XCOM, right?
It's 100% like it's basically XCOM with Mario. Yeah,
it's Mario XCOM.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. X going to give it to you, Mario X. That's what they should have called it, Mario X. So that's what you're going to do. I'll wait for this to be on clearance eventually, and hopefully because it's not a Nintendo games per se. Maybe hopefully the price will go down in like another year, right?
Maybe.
And then I'll buy it.
Maybe.
And then I'll try it out. But other than that, I'm not going to spend $60 for a game I'm not going to play.
All right.
So all right, let's take a break, and when we come back. We'll get into the gaming news, and we actually have a special gamer grief of the week. And we're back. All right, so let's get into the news. What's going on now that PAX is happening? Nintendo had a Ninties event. I love how they say like it's not indies but Ninties.
Yeah, they gotta put their own little spin in it.
They gotta coin it. So did you watch that? They had like 17 new games they announced.
I did.
Coming to the Switch.
I did. I was smiling through most of it. I'll tell you that.
I don't want to go through all the games, but just a highlight some of the games that I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
Super Meat Boy Forever.
Of course.
It's coming out sometime in 2018. It's coming to the Switch.
It's a new Meat Boy game.
It's Super Meat Boy Part 2.
Part 2, right.
I mean, the first Meat Boy came out like in 2010, right?
Yeah. So they got some new mechanics in there.
Some
new moves.
That game is hard.
Oh, the first one was, yeah. This one's going to be similarly tough, I think.
I mean, it has like a punch mechanic, right? Sort of like a double dash.
Yep, and you can slide, I think. That's another thing that I don't think was in the original.
So you can slide. They have like sort of a sliding mechanic. Then you can double punch, which is sort of like a dash. Right? So you have to know when to do that. Even if you don't have to really punch something, you got to know when to sort of double jump.
Right, it'll kind of like glide you across.
Across, yeah. So that looked cool. But what stole the show for me happened in the beginning, and that is the Shovel Knight King of Cards.
Right. You can now be the King Knight, or will be able to be the King Knight soon enough.
You can play King Knight, yes.
Right. So this is their final DLC, so they say. They got 30 new levels in the game. Looks like it's going to be an all-new map, which is kind of cool. My question is to you, Danny, how much do you think this is going to go for?
It has to be like for $10. It can't be for more than that.
Yeah. I think $10 is a good price.
So I'm really looking forward to that. And as a side note, just so you know, they released new Shovel Knight amiibo for this game.
Right.
So you get You get
King Knight.
You get King Knight. Spectre Knight.
And Plague Knight.
Now I'm super stoked for Spectre Knight because I love the Spectre Knight DLC I bought on the Switch day one. So, but I think this is like only a 3-pack. You got to buy them all together. I don't think you can buy them separately.
Right. Yeah.
Which kind of sucks because I really just want Spectre Knight.
Well, sell the other two to me, and then
no, that's not how That's not how that works. So,
look, if you only want the one, you might as well. I'm just saying.
Well, I'll buy the 3-pack. I mean, my Shovel Knight is still. I don't really like to keep amiibo still in the package. Like I take them out.
Same, yeah. But, I rip all mine open and put them up.
But on Shovel Knight, you can use the amiibo through the package.
Yeah.
Right. So I was like, I'm not gonna open it if I can use it through the package.
Right.
So I wonder if you could do the same with these three too. I wonder if they have any functionality.
Maybe.
Right. And then if so, can use them through the packaging because in that case, I'm not gonna open them.
Right. And I was always like, why don't they just do that? Like collectors would be like. They would love Nintendo. Like, I don't have to rip it open and I can still use it. But I guess, like, you could bring your 3DS to where the amiibos are and just keep tapping them. And then you wouldn't have to buy them, right?
True. I mean, the Switch, right? Not even
you could do that with the Switch now, too.
But before, when amiibos first came out, I mean, it was your 3DS and your Wii U. Right?
Yeah.
You're really going to bring your Wii U?
You can't bring the Wii U.
Can't really bring your Wii U, yeah. I mean, now that you have now it's a moot point because you have your Switch, you can just go and see if you can tap it on, right?
Right.
So yeah, okay, I give you that. But I don't know. I want to keep all my amiibos in the packaging because they look cool to have all of them in the packaging.
Sure.
But because I do want to use them to see what I can get in Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Right.
I just rip them all open. I don't really care. But I only actually, out of all the amiibos I have a lot. I think I rival you on amiibos now. If you can't, you got to come. Dave has not been to my house in a while. So Dave,
a little bit, yeah.
So you got to come soon.
I mean, you had like 5, I think, the last time I saw you. Or 10, maybe.
Times 10.
Yeah.
5 times 10, yeah, maybe. If you look, I got a lot of I have so many amiibo. I got to move them because I have no more room.
Well,
so
I'm in that same boat. You know, I have them on the top of my game shelf, and they're already like 3 deep.
So
it's bad.
So I got to see if I can move them. But with all my amiibo, I like to rip them open. If I can have them all together in a package, that'd be great. But because I want to use them,
so you gotta get 2 sets.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Saying,
you crazy.
The hardcore.
I'm not
will
gonna
have
do
2
that.
sets.
I'm not gonna do that. I got more games to buy. I got retro games to buy.
We all do, you know, such as the plight of the retro gamer.
I don't have time to buy 2 sets of amiibo.
Time or money?
If I had money,
that's what I mean.
I would do it. All right, so we got that. We have Golf Story. Now,
You're asked about Golf Story?
It brings 2 things together that I'm not crazy about, but together I am.
Oh, I see.
Golf and RPGs. 2 things I'm not like too crazy about, but it's like a Golf Story RPG. All right, it's like an RPG that plays golf.
Yeah,
and it looks super interesting, like an old school style, like Zelda, like Link to the Past type of game.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
It's
right?
got weird pixelated graphics. There's all these different courses. You can upgrade your character with all these different abilities. Like I'm hopefully there's a demo. I'm gonna give it a spin if there's a demo.
I'll take a look at it. Yeah. I mean, it's something that I'm actually interested in. I mean, you know me, RPGs and golf, they don't really go together.
No.
So if we put,
it's a weird thing.
If we put Zelda and Tiger Woods golf together,
yeah, right.
That's what this is, right?
Kind of, yeah.
So I would take a look at it. I'm pretty stoked about it. Also, Kentucky Route Zero TV edition.
Right. This was a PC. I think a PC.
It was a PC
digital
game.
Download exclusive for a while. It's like a narrative adventure, I think.
It looks like a narrative adventure. It looks
right?
like
it kind of like it's got a really interesting art style, and you kind of like play out the story like as you like go through the game, and it kind of unravels for you.
Well, it has beautiful writing according to IGN. It doesn't really focus on puzzle solving. It's just leaning heavily on the mood, music, and writing. I mean, it's like it's sort of like when you play like Telltale games, TT games. There's not a lot of puzzle solving. That's why I have 2 platinums.
Right? Yeah. Can answer
easy,
this dialogue tree.
Easy platinums.
Dialogue tree. Yeah.
So I mean that looks like something I was interested in. I took notes on that one because I was like, you know what, that's something I could be interested in.
Yeah.
I think the TV edition, because I think it's like 4 editions and a 5th one. Well, for the consoles, I think all 5 are exclusive to Switch. I don't know.
Oh.
That could be maybe not accurate because a lot of developers after that Ninties presentation, because just like Xbox, because PlayStation's an elite. Xbox.
And there it is. There it is. Turn the knife.
The dragon dagger, Power Rangers. Xbox had their, it was exclusive somehow, right? It was somehow exclusive.
All right. Well, go on.
Right?
There were a small handful of the 40 some odd games that they said were exclusive that weren't necessarily exclusive. They were timed exclusives or exclusive
launch exclusives.
Listen. We're talking about the E3 presentation. And even if half those games weren't, there's still 20 some odd games that are exclusive.
And you know what?
So
Nintendo,
that's still pretty good, and they're all coming out in 2017.
And you know what? Nintendo.
So there you go.
Nintendo is no different from the exclusive forgery.
No.
Forgery? I should say forgery because every time they said
bending the truth a little
exclusive, the developer came out and was like, "No, it's coming out to PC, Xbox One, and PS4."
Right.
So we have no idea why they said exclusive. Maybe it's coming first to Switch. Maybe.
I'm gonna assume they're timed exclusives.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Also, Steam World Dig 2, September 21st. That's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't play Steam World Dig 1, but I heard a lot of good things about it. It's on my backlog of things to play.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you know, us collectors, we have a huge backlog.
Yeah, you can never get through it all.
I even have Steam World Dig free. I think it was on PS Plus a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I have it on Wii U.
I don't
just
even
don't have time.
What do you know? What kind of game it is?
Think of Mario, but digging, digging through the earth.
Okay. Yeah.
You remember on Super Mario Brothers 2 when you're like, you know, in the sand and you're like digging. Think of you have a pickaxe, right?
Oh, okay.
Think of Super Mario Brothers 2, but with a pickaxe.
Okay.
And you're always, instead of going left and right,
you're going down.
You're going down and
okay.
up, going down, up, left, and right.
Oh, interesting.
So
okay, I get behind that.
It looks really interesting. It's just my backlog is like ridiculous. When Steam World Dig 2 comes out, maybe I'll like I'll just like I have it again. Like I have it for the Wii U. So maybe I'll just take a swirl at it on Wii U. See how
take a swirl.
Take
at
a
it.
swirl. That's not
take a swirl.
take
a whirl,
swirl.
maybe.
No.
Give it a whirl.
No. Yeah, I don't do whirls. I do swirls. Okay, buddy.
All right.
Okay, buddy.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the Dan Robinson dictionary.
Swirl is a word, but swirl is a word.
The Dan Robinson idioms.
But swirl is actual
I know.
word.
I'm just saying.
I take swirls.
It's a Dan Robinson ism.
Okay. I take
Dannyism.
I take swirls. Okay, it's a classicism. I take swirls. All right.
So there was a couple good games that I was definitely jamming on. One in particular, Earth Atlantis, which is a shooter game, a monochromatic shooter game. Think like Game Boy, like 4 Shades of Grey. Mm-hmm. Has like a old timey like brownish tinge to it, maybe a little bit. And you play as an underwater, I want to say creature, but you can like upgrade into like submarines and like Nautilus ships and whatever else, and you get power ups and there's like enemies to fight. It's all underwater. It's basically an underwater shooter. But I mean, it looked really cool. The visuals were very unique. I thought that was pretty cool. That's coming to the Switch. Definitely gonna get that one.
That was like a PC only game, right?
I think so.
And that was being ported to Switch.
I think so, yeah. Which definitely is going to be at home on the Switch. And then this other one, this first person shooter called, well, I guess third person shooter called Morphe's Law, which, yeah, Morphe's Law, which basically
definitely a PC game.
Yeah, well, it's a first person shooter where the more you kill people, the more mass you get, right? So like,
and the more people hit you, the less mass you have.
Right. So like, if you start getting like hit in the legs, right? Like your legs will become thinner, and their legs will become fatter, and like their creature will grow, or their character will grow, which changes your physique, which means you can only get into certain parts of levels. So like that changes. It's really weird. Like, you know, you can have like a really small head and a really big chest, or a really big head and really big legs and like really tiny arms. So like it's interesting, and like you have to get, at least in the game mode that they were showing, which there's probably other ones, but like you had to get the most amount of mass, right? There was like your character, your
well, whatever team
right
has the most amount of mass. You know that's how that team wins the battle.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, it looks really crazy and unique. So I'm looking forward to that. And then there's Yono and the Celestial Elephants.
What?
Yes, Yono and the Celestial Elephants. It is a isometric platform adventure game where you're an elephant. Named Yono, I'm assuming.
I think I missed that one. I didn't even hear about that one. The Yono and the Celestial.
Yeah, so like it's like a puzzle adventure isometric style. I mean, it looks super cute, like kind of like polygon, cel shaded visuals, kind of. But I mean, it looks kind of cool, you know. So those as well as Super Meat Boy Forever.
You know, I'm looking at it right now. I totally missed this one.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I mean, maybe I missed it for a reason. Maybe it's not a game that would be into. But you know, I mean, I really do like elephants, but this doesn't look like. Wow.
Yeah. Right. It's interesting.
It looks like Ocean Horn with elephants.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty good way to describe it.
I mean, just in my opinion, it looks like Ocean Horn with elephants.
Mm-hmm.
What about? Did you see Dragon marked for death?
Yes, that's the that's like the 2D beat 'em up game.
2D beat 'em up. I mean, does it have like RPG elements where you can like level up stuff, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Which is always a nice. It
looks like a side-scrolling Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
You
Hack and
would.
slash,
You would take it.
I'll take it, man.
And to top it all off, they had No More Heroes. Travis Strikes Again. That's coming out in 2018. That's how they ended it in Indies.
Travis Touchdown is back, baby.
Now, I have both No More Heroes. I actually recently bought both of them for the Wii. I never played these games yet.
Yeah, I haven't played them either, but people seem to love them. This is from Suda51. He is notable for his kind of crazy, outlandish games, right? He did Lollipop Chainsaw, Killer 7, Killer's Dead, the sequel. Handful of games. Shadow of the Damned.
Did Shadow of the Damned, yeah.
Yeah, he's I really like his stuff. Some people don't. They can't necessarily get into it, but I don't know. I'm excited. I'm happy. Travis is back.
Well, Killer 7 is like one of those hidden gems for the GameCube that people talk about.
Yeah, and I think it was only on the GameCube too. It was kind of one of those like they kept like Nintendo's like we have these great exclusive games. Killer 7. Resident Evil for a short period, Beautiful Joe for a short period, Piano 3,
and we can't forget Super Fire Pro Wrestling Special for the Super Famicom back in '94.
Right. He worked on a couple of those, which Fire Pro is if you know anything about wrestling games, you definitely know Fire Pro.
So, all right, the Ninties were awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They actually had like a Nindy event at like the Pop Culture Museum in Seattle.
Oh, neat.
So we gotta go. We gotta go. We have never been to PAX West. They dropped the Prime. It is now PAX West.
Mm-hmm. Which is good because it makes all the other ones seem less than the Prime. Like that's like the one that everybody wants to go to.
Prime. Well, it's the first one, right?
Yeah.
But now it's just PAX West because they don't want to make it seem like it's superior to all the other PAX.
Right.
So, it makes sense. Not that Nintendo, Metroid sued them, because Metroid Prime, PAX Prime. No.
Did they?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
Not
I was
really.
going to say.
Not really. They didn't really do that. Anyway, all right. So Nintendo also announced that Miiverse will be shutting down in November.
Okay.
Are you sad? Sad emoji face? No.
I'm
actually, social media / online. Their attempt to be online thing.
Right. So it's interesting. They had the app, right? You get the app, and you could go on and do some simple mini games with your friends and get points, buy clothes. There was that, and certain games on the 3DS and Wii U use the Miiverse, right?
Yeah.
So I was just it took me a second to think about the Miiverse, and I didn't really right off the bat. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to be missing.
I already know you're stuttering because I already know how you feel because I never really used the Miiverse.
Right.
And I honestly didn't even know what Miiverse really was.
What it added or what it did for the games and all that. Yeah.
You can leave like little comments in certain sections of the game.
That's right. So like Mario Maker was big with that, I think. So all that stuff's going to go away.
All that stuff is going to go away. I don't know how they're going to replace it with games that really, sort of, like Miiverse was like heavily involved, like WarioWare on Wii U, right? Like Mario Maker, like really was heavily involved in Miiverse, where you could leave comments and see where someone died like a million times, right?
Yeah.
And they get tips from players and stuff like that. I mean, I never used it.
Yeah.
But I don't see if this is a big loss. Now, I'll be honest. Now that they're canceling it, I want to use it to see what I missed.
Well,
right? Because they did a bad job of promoting it and why I need to use it. Right.
Well, it's also compounded by the fact that the Wii U sold very poorly.
Well, it's equated with the Wii U, right? It goes hand in hand with the Wii U. So it's like, hey, the Wii U didn't do well, so Miiverse is something that's like people think of Wii U. I don't think of 3DS when I think of Miiverse, right? So you think of Wii U. So it's something. Hey, we want to distance ourselves as far away from the Wii U as possible. So we're going to cancel everything that came with the Wii U.
Right. They stopped production on Wii U's. They're shutting down the Miiverse.
And just if you guys out there, me and Dave are in the market for white Wii U's.
Yeah. Most definitely. If you've seen the Instagram post, and I've certainly talked about it, I have a Wii U kiosk sitting right behind me, and it does not have a white Wii in there. I need to complete that thing.
And I just need it for the collection because I have a black one.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, the white one, surprisingly, is very hard to get. You can find the black one all over the place. And I think maybe the white one only came in 8 gig.
Yeah, that's why
that was the issue,
no one
right?
bought it.
Yeah, it's like 8 gigs is like nothing.
And it looked just like the Wii, so...
Yeah,
Well, yeah. All right. So, also, let's talk about the Switch. So there was like some code in the Switch that people found that had VR. There's like some VR code in the Switch. VR source code.
Yeah. So, I mean, I saw this too. It's been posted recently. Somebody kind of got into... The source code was digging around and saw some notes about VR in there, some flags and switches and whatnot.
Well, this has been rumored ever since the Switch was really announced, right? Like people said, hey, what if you could just take the Switch on the go and put it in the headset like you do your Samsung phones?
VR,
VR. And you put it in, maybe not a cardboard, obviously, but you put it in like some VR headset. You just pop it in, and then you got VR on the go, right?
Right.
The resolution will be a little bit lower.
Yeah. I mean, you can already pop off the Joy-Cons, use them as controllers.
That is true. You don't need a stupid sensor bar like you need for the Wii.
I know. Maybe. I mean, I know
You were down on this. You said you didn't.
I'm not down on it. I just don't think it's necessarily gonna pan out anytime soon. Because I mean, like Miyamoto, I believe, and possibly Iwata, when RIP, but when he was president and whatnot, they were like very like, no, we're not gonna do VR. VR's not on the cards for Nintendo.
Well, what do you expect them to say? The Wii U is failing. They haven't even announced their new console.
Well, I mean, you don't necessarily. You can be like, well, it's not something we're exploring right now, but maybe in the future or whatever. It just, I don't know. They didn't really seem to.
Well, remember they were the first ones to dabble in VR. Them and Atari.
They did have the Virtual Boy.
Them and Atari, because Atari. I mean, I remember Nintendo Powers with the Atari VR headset that actually was in kiosks. They did Atari. There was an Atari Jaguar VR headset.
Oh, for the Jaguar.
Yeah, there was Atari. It was supposed to be an add-on VR headset that was actually out in an arcade.
Really?
They were like they were limited. It was limited, not a lot. Not every arcade had a Atari VR headset, but and maybe not even arcade. Maybe it's just at like E3. Right. I'm sure it's collectible at this point, but never got released because the Jaguar never caught on. And then you had the Atari, and then you had the Nintendo Virtual Boy.
Right.
So maybe maybe they just didn't want to say they want to look into it, because I guarantee you they're looking into it. Just like Xbox, it's already noted that Xbox looked into having a handheld, right? The X Boy.
Yeah, there was some.
But that never got released. So
there was some talk about that. There was some talk of the partnering up with Gizmondo or Gizmodo.
Gizmodo.
Yeah. Gizmondo's the website. Sure. I mean, it could be. If they do, I think they're going to do it right this time.
I'm sure they've kept the door open for VR, right? Like that code is probably just them experimenting with it, not actual. Hey, this is going to be, the Switch is going to be a VR headset. But how cool would it be if they just sold like a separate headset to where like you slide Joy-Cons in, like you slide sort of these connectors in and you put it in the headset, and that's like the VR headset, no wires.
Right.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. That would be kind of cool. And then you could walk around town in the VR world.
You could be in. How awesome would it be to be in Splatoon 2?
Oh my god!
In VR,
yeah,
splatting people.
That'd be great.
That would be awesome. That one's for free, Nintendo. You can I'm giving it to you. So I don't know how serious that is. I mean, it's source code that they found, but it's not something that's actually realistic. So
yeah, we'll see.
We need our 4K. We need our 4K Switch that's going to come out probably in 2 years.
Switch Elite.
A Switch Elite
next year.
Our Pro Switch.
Yeah.
Our Pro Switch.
Switch XL.
We'll see. All right, so that's that. Now NBA 2K 18 is coming out. Now we know that the FIFA game is going to come out, but that's not going to be the full FIFA game. That's going to be like
We're talking about for the Switch.
For the Switch, that's going to be like a lesser type of FIFA game, right?
They're
Graphically, it's going to be lesser than the Xbox and, and the PS4.
Definitely that, and they're not going to have like the what's the mode where you? I mean, it's basically the mode where you follow the one guy and you take him to victory.
It's like sort of like the I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
your character.
Right.
Yeah. Your life mode or whatever.
Or like hero mode or whatever.
Hero mode.
Yeah. So that's not going to be in there. A couple other features won't be in there. Hopefully the online features are robust enough that you can kind of play and all that.
But it's safe to say that everyone is looking at the FIFA game, which is supposed to be EA's venture into the Switch to see how it sells. So everyone buys the FIFA game, even though it sucks. It's the lesser version, but just buy it to tell EA we want EA games on the Switch. Anyways, a side note, the NBA 2K game, 2K18, that's sort of going to be a full game. I mean, obviously graphically it's going to be not as good as PS4 and Xbox One, but it's going to have for the most part, all the major features.
Right. Which is it's great, and it should. There's no reason why it can't have all the features in it, right?
Now I buy the 2K games every year, except for last year. I didn't buy last year. I'm going to buy it when it's on clearance, but I'm going to buy the Switch version.
You are. Okay.
I'm already out there. I'm going to buy the Switch version of the NBA 2K18. I mean, I'm going to buy the Switch version of WWE.
Sure, I'm going to get the wrestling for Switch as well. I think that's going to be awesome. Like, because the graphics aren't that great to begin with for those WWE games.
Well, no, they're good. I take it back. The graphics are awesome, but I don't buy it for the graphics.
All right. I mean, it's the whole presentation as the whole, right?
Yes.
I think that's kind of what does it.
So I'm going to buy it for the Switch because I want to be able to play basketball on the go. I want to be able to play WWE on the go.
I mean, that's awesome. That's what they had in the trailers where the guys were sitting around. They break off the Joy-Cons like they're Kit Kats and they're sitting around playing. Like, you can do that anywhere now.
I mean, again, like I said, I usually buy those games just to beat it. Like I usually buy the NBA games just to get to the playoffs with my team and win a championship, and then I never play it again.
Right.
I never played a hero mode, story mode.
Sure.
WWE, same thing. I don't make characters like I did in WrestleMania 2000, right? Or WCW versus NWO or SmackDown. I usually just I go through whatever story mode they have, beat it, and I never pick it up again.
Oh my God, that brings me back. I was all about the character creation because it was actually a really good set of tools. The SmackDown games I was into a lot, right? And you could do so much. Like now they've kind of made it a little more realistic. You're not able to take the head and like turn it into a giant balloon. But like back in the day, you totally could. So make everybody from Mega Man to like Tekken characters to like Dolls, just like all these like crazy people. Oh, it was great.
So all right, let's stick with Nintendo. That brings me to my gamer grief of the week.
All
right, GameStop. Now we
I think this is our gamer grief.
Well, this is a first time ever on the 2-year anniversary of us doing the show. We have a collective gamer grief. So we both missed out on the pre-orders for the SNES.
Yeah, well, I think everybody missed out on the pre-orders for the SNES.
SNES Mini Collector, Classic Edition, right? We will be outside Toys R Us that day.
I think so.
Hopefully trying to buy it.
We're gonna get some camping chairs.
We should. So, but GameStop, was it ThinkGeek? Is there like sort of like a side company?
Yeah, they're like part. I think GameStop owns ThinkGeek, or the other way around.
No. Well, no. They own ThinkGeek.
Right.
When they actually had it in stock, they were selling it in bundles with a bunch of stuff that no one cared about. The Mega Man helmet,
and the Buster,
and all the stuff that's on clearance. That's always in clearance at GameStop because no one buys because it's crap stuff. GameStop now, a GameStop executive is now trying to actually defend. They're pretty much saying forced Switch and SNES bundles, classic bundles, are convenient for customers.
I don't know.
Which is total BS.
They have extra merchandise and they want to get rid of it. That's essentially what it is. And it's unfair. you know, they shouldn't be able to do that, but they can do that.
Well, I mean, look. Do you want to listen? I'll be the first one to tell you. I'd rather buy a stupid bundle from ThinkGeek than pay. I'd rather buy a bundle from ThinkGeek for like $180, $200, right, and get some useless stuff that I'm never gonna use, or probably pawn off to you, or give away in the show, or give it to some kid that I don't, give it to my cousin. Hey, you want a Mega Man helmet? Because I know I don't want it. I'd rather do that than just spend $200 on a scalper on eBay.
You know what I would rather do? I'd rather not have one. Period. I would just go without it. I would just take the L.
I think the cheapest one is like $130, and then the most expensive one is like $250.
Right.
Like that.
I mean, like,
which is sold out, by the way. All those bundles are sold out.
Of course.
So it worked.
People just want them. Yeah.
So it's worked. It worked. They sold these BS. First of all, $250 for a Mega Man helmet, the SNES Classic, and maybe some plushies. Right. The Mega Man, the SNES is $80. So that means anything else you get with it is going to be, is it really worth $120?
I was just going to say that, right?
No, it's not.
Because I mean, like, you look at it, like, you take whatever the retail price is off of it, and then everything else, that's how much that stuff is worth, right? But this stuff is on clearance already, so they're making extra money off it,
Well, they're a business, and they stay afloat. But if they gave something worthwhile, right?
Well, like, I mean, if it was like an SNES with an extra controller,
carrying case, maybe
right.
I don't even know if they have a carrying case for it, but carrying case,
right? Bundles that make sense.
Amiibos because it's Nintendo, maybe, right?
Yeah.
The bundles that make sense, but it's all stuff that they want to get rid of,
right? Exactly.
They have extra stock.
Here's a game related item, but it's not useful in this case.
But Dave did say he would take my Mega Man helmet because he went to go to sleep in it.
Well, hell yeah, I'm not gonna.
You said you want to go sleep in it. You said you.
I don't know where you heard that from.
You said you want to go sleep in the Mega Man.
I said I want to put it on my damn shelf because it looks cool, and
I don't think
would
it looks
take
cool.
it.
You can definitely take it. I don't want it.
Well, all right, cool, free. I'm done.
So I'll definitely take. I'll definitely. I did tweet at GameStop. Please put out more stupid bundles so I can buy this SNES.
Jesus.
Listen, I want the NES. I want the SNES. We were like,
we're gonna get it. There's only been one round of. Only been one round of pre-orders, not even shipments yet. It's very early.
It is very early.
Nintendo said they're gonna put out more. Maybe it's 2 million and one. Who knows? But they said they're gonna put out more. So we'll see. I mean, it's dropping on the 29th of this month. So I'm assuming there's going to be another round of pre-orders on there, and then open to the public.
Okay. So let's stick with GameStop. So we both have Amazon Prime, where we get 20% off. We talked about Amazon changing their pre-order, sort of. They're changing it, sort of terms of service for the 20% off.
Right. You used to be able to get up to 2 weeks after the game launch. You could still get 20% off. They've cut that, so now it's just pre-orders.
Yeah. And after you pre-order, you have to pay regular price for it.
Right.
20% off.
Right.
And we said they're pretty much competing with themselves. But and also Best Buy has their gamer rewards, but you get 20% off if you pre-order with them. It's like $30 a year, something like that. Now GameStop sort of has it's been leaked that GameStop has sort of their elite customer. It's sort of like if you could be an elite customer.
Yeah, it's like a third tier to the whole.
Third tier to their pretty much reward service.
Right.
Where you have you get 30 points for every dollar spent, 20% off pre-owned software and accessories. You get 20% off extra of trade-in credit software for accessories for your first time ever. Mm-hmm. It would include tech like phones and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You get to buy. You buy 2, you get 1 free pre-owned game. Collectibles, you get collectible offers, which no one cares about. No one's going to buy that Mega Man helmet. You're going to have to bundle it with the SNES, NES, GameCube, and N64 classic bundles.
To buy it. Well, I don't know. I mean, people are buying it.
Also, you get $50 in exclusive monthly offers, which who knows what that's going to be. You get free 2-day shipping. I get same-day shipping with 1-day shipping with Amazon. And all the benefits pro members currently already get.
Mm-hmm. So you get a little bit of a discount when you buy pre-owned games.
Yeah. So missing from this list, which should be here, is 20% off pre-orders.
Right.
At this time, 2017, if I'm getting 20% off pre-orders everywhere else, why am I going to pre-order from GameStop? Which GameStop lives and dives off of. Which GameStop lives and dives because they always want you to pre-order something.
Right.
When you go there, you buy one game. They want you to pre-order stuff.
I know.
You want change for $1. They want you to pre-order.
We were just in there today. Or I was just in there today, and they're like, "I bought Wolfenstein for the PC. That's the game I picked up today." And they're like, "You want to pre-order Wolfenstein too?" I'm like,
"No.
Let me open this and play this game first, and then maybe I'll pre-order it."
Answer is no. Answer is, you know what? No. The answer is yes from Amazon. 20% off.
Yeah. I mean, like, okay, so a couple of things, right? So Amazon service, right, is $100 a month. And their Prime service initially was free shipping. Free 2-day shipping. Amazon Prime. Right? That was essentially it. And maybe there was some exclusive offers every now and again. And that was it. And people loved it. And if you bought on Amazon on a regular basis, it made it worthwhile, right? And then they came out with, Amazon Music came out shortly afterwards. So they have their whole music service. You can get a bunch of music for free. There's now like Amazon streaming. There's all like movies and exclusive TV shows that are just on Amazon Prime. There's that. And then the gaming thing came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
The gaming thing I think was the latest, which was 20% off pre-orders on games. You buy them, you pre-order it right up until the game launched, and then they also had like 2 weeks after you get the 20% off. That's a great value, right? Best Buy has their $30 a year thing. You can pre-order any game and 20% off that game, which is good, GameStop's thing, it's a little weak. Not to mention their Power Up Rewards program. I am the basic bronze, member, the free tier membership, and you get points regardless. No matter what you buy, you get Power Up points, and you can redeem these points for things. If you have points, you can't just redeem them in the store. They can't pull your account up. They can't see how many points you have. And they can't say, "Oh, you have this many points. You can use this for this." You have to go online, right? And you go online to redeem the points, and then you scan the barcode in the store. So you can't use those points online to buy things. You can only use those points in store to buy things, but you have to go online to redeem the points.
I don't know how accurate that is anymore. I don't know when was the last time you've been there.
As of
every time I go,
2 weeks ago.
Every time I go in, they tell me I have enough points to redeem for a year.
Uh-huh.
So
maybe it's different with the pro membership?
Well, I'm a pro. Oh, okay, but that's true. I'm a pro member.
Okay.
I'm a pro member. So every time I go in, they tell me I can renew the pro. I have so many points, I can renew my pro membership for free.
Right.
Because I always go try to find hidden gems at every GameStop I find. Mm-hmm. So all I do is buy pre-owned games. I help the Circle of Life. For GameStop. So
they're not doing that anymore. Though.
I don't. Well, they're not doing it like they were before.
No,
they're not encouraging it as much as they were before. Right. I never buy new games from GameStop. Are you crazy? Yeah. So I only buy pre-owned games because I'm always looking for hidden gems. Same. So I have so many points as a pro member. I have so many points that I can. They always tell me, "Hey, you can renew because you have so many points. You can renew for a year."
Are you ever able to just use those points directly on a game?
I never do. So they tell me though. They tell me because when I tell them, "Hey, here's my number," they look me up. Mm-hmm. They say, "Do you want to use your points on this game?" And I say, "No."
Right.
You know why? Because I just want you to renew me for a year.
Well, of course. Yeah, they want to get you back in the program again. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, if it is different between the free and the pro membership, that's also really bad because you're obviously getting better discounts and you're getting more points per purchase, right?
Well, I'm actually paying for that.
Well, sure, I know, but I mean that's like unfair. Like you have a Power Up Rewards program, but you make it very difficult to use those rewards. Whether it's free or it's $20 a month.
I disagree because Xbox Live, you can have the gold membership and it's different from the silver membership, and you pay more for the gold membership.
But you don't get things to redeem. Like you can get free games with the gold membership, which is fine. I know that going in, but like
but you don't get free games. You don't get free games with the silver membership though.
Well, that's okay. I mean,
so it's the same thing as GameStop.
No, it's not.
I'm a pro member
because I'm getting rewards points even as a free member, but I can't use them. Right? They're using that as a tool to get me to come back. They're trying to entice me to come back.
Well, it's a business. They want you to come back.
Right.
They need you to come back.
But they give me points which I can't use.
You
don't
can't.
give me points. Don't have a free membership.
Well, no,
because there is no. I have to jump through 29 hoops, and by the time I get there, they're like, "Oh yeah, this is only for pre-owned games, not for like brand new games."
And guess what? If you was a pro member like me, then you would get those points right away.
I'll shop on Amazon and eBay.
Oh, look at you! Look at you!
It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it.
I disagree.
You were just calling them out, and now you're defending them.
I'm not. I'm calling them out for their horrible like elite membership plan because
Well,
it doesn't have 20% off.
The free membership versus the pro membership is also horrible.
But your free membership. Why should you? That's not paying the person that's not paying.
Why
anything,
are they giving me points if I can't use them?
Because they want you to be a pro member like me to use them.
But don't give me points then. Say like.
Don't use the points. What's the point? What's the point? Don't use.
Why
the
are
points.
they giving them to me? They're like, you can use them, but you
it's
can't. It's
enticing. Listen, you can ignore the points. Why are you even looking at the points? Just ignore it, since you can't use it anyway. You're not a pro member.
We're going around in circles on this.
No,
I don't think we're.
I think you're wrong on this one.
I don't think we're gonna see.
I'm not saying
what do you
GameStop.
mean? They're like, look, here's a bonus. Oh, but you can only do it this way. You can only use them this way. It doesn't. We have.
Then just say no and ignore it. Then.
But then why am I going into GameStop? There's no reason for me to go into GameStop.
Then don't go to GameStop anymore. I'll go. Let us pro members go into GameStop.
This is why they're losing business.
Stop it.
We've talked about it.
Stop it. You lost me on this one, man.
We've talked.
There
about
has
it
to be different.
times.
There have to be different tiers in the business. There have to be different tiers. You're not.
Yeah,
paying,
you
you're
get
not paying.
bonuses.
I know
You
because
get
I paid
bonuses.
for it. I paid for it. Eventually, I paid for it when I first got the pro membership.
You get more power-up rewards points per purchase. You get discounts on pre-owned games and a couple other things with your pro membership. Right?
I actually get the in Game Informer magazine for free.
And you get Game Informer magazine. Okay, I don't. I get 1-to-1 points. I think.
But guess how many times? But guess how many times I paid for the membership?
I don't know.
Once.
Well, because you buy so much stuff there, you use those points to re-up the membership.
I buy used games every now and then. It's not like an everyday thing.
You buy a decent amount. If they have something there and the price is right, you'll get it.
Okay, but so you could do the same thing.
But I can't use my points for anything. I have to jump through hoops to
just pay the one-time fee and use the points to redeem the stupid pro membership.
You're saying the elite membership's not worth it. I don't even think the pro membership is worth it.
Well, you know what? I like
a lot of value.
I like having a magazine come into my house. I got the physical magazine come into my house.
I could just get a magazine.
And then, well, here's the thing. I got the pro membership. I got the Game Informer magazine coming to my house for free. Mm-hmm. Used games are cheaper when you're a pro member.
It's like 10%.
By like $4 or $5.
It's 10%.
It's $4 or $5.
I brought. It's like $19.99.
I brought Okami. I brought Okami for Wii. The Okami for Wii for people like you who aren't pro members is $29.99. People like me, it's $25.99.
Maybe. So you save a couple bucks. It's like 10%. That's like 10%.
I'll take that. I keep you add up all those 10% to buy another game.
Well, I can't.
I disagree with you. On that. I actually physically handed money to pay for a membership one time in my life, and I used the reward points that I get to renew.
But here's my thing, and we're getting a little deep in the weeds on this, but like I can go into Best Buy, right, and have their free membership thing, and no matter what I buy, I get points. And then they'll send me stuff in the mail.
Are you sure
coupons
about that?
And whatever.
Are you sure about that? I don't think about that.
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
100%. It's completely free. They have a second tier on top of that, I think, which gets you extra
the
stuff.
$30 one that you get 20%
Sure. I mean,
off.
there is that too, but their basic plan, and it goes for everything in the whole entire store. You get points on everything you buy, and if you get enough points, you can redeem those points, and they can tell you right at the counter whether you have enough points to buy something, and they'll also send you coupons in the mail. But the coupons expire, but they say that on there. And you can use those coupons for certain things as well, right? Mm-hmm. So, Best Buy does it that way, but the GameStop is just like, it's like too many hoops. I walk into Duane Reade, the local drugstore around here, and the lady at the counter will tell me, oh, you have enough points to redeem. Do you want to redeem these points? They tell me that. So GameStop is losing me on that.
I disagree with you, but surprise. All right, let's move on. So something that you can buy at GameStop, Best Buy, and Amazon right now that's been sold. That was sold out last year. This time, well, last year at the end of the holidays, it was sold out. You couldn't find it.
I mean, it dropped. It dropped. But it dropped the last holiday season.
But now you can pretty much find it. They're back in stock. The Sony VR headset. Now Sony has actually made their headset bundle cheaper by $50.
Yeah.
Now listen, by all accounts, Sony headsets, the Sony VR headset was like super popular, right? Because it was cheaper and 60 million install base, right? 60 plus million.
Sure,
install
they
base.
had a huge amount of. People already had the hardware.
Yeah, pretty much. And people were lining up in Japan trying to buy this thing because it was sold out. It's just like the Switch, right, for a long time.
Yeah.
Sony stopped marketing it only because they had a manufacturing issue with it. But now it seems to be, that seems to be fixed, and now I see it in Target.
Yeah, you can just go and pick one up right now.
We're going to pick one out right now, but it's $50 cheaper. You can pretty much, and they're including the bundle with the camera and Worlds, PlayStation VR Worlds, is now like $50 cheaper. It's like $450.
Right.
Where before it was like $500.
Right, and then I'm assuming the base model, which was just the headset and the camera, didn't come with the Move controllers, no games, is down to $350.
Something like that, yeah.
Wow, so there you go.
That's a good value. I mean, get the bundle for $450.
Yeah.
Because you need first of all, you need the camera. It won't work.
Well, that's right.
I already had a PlayStation camera. I do want to get the new version of the camera. It looks kind of cooler than the old version.
Yeah.
But I already had the PlayStation camera, so and I already had Move controllers, so I didn't need any of that stuff.
Right.
So, that's pretty cool that they discounted that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the perfect time. Holidays are coming around now. They're trying to beat out Microsoft as much as possible.
Which is not hard anyway.
We'll see. We'll see with the already sold out Xbox Scorpio limited edition.
The Scorpio edition is already sold out. You can still get the regular Xbox One X.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Maybe.
Anyway, so something else that's coming out from Atari. Whoa, blast from the past, right? We already know about. We already know about this console that's like a glorified Ouya that they announced.
We're assuming I mean, details are a little sparse.
Well, you coined it the glorified Ouya. That's what you did coin it that.
I mean, it is. We're pretty sure that's what it's gonna be. Yeah.
So Nintendo, there's like sort of like a Nintendo Switch style, Vita style Atari 2600 retro handheld console that was announced. So it's like has that wood grain finish. Think of like the Vita, right? Like a square version of the Vita with a wood grain finish. That's sort of like the Atari. It has 50 games on it. It includes Asteroids, Breakout, Pong, Centipede. I mean, this was your golden age of gaming back in the 80s.
Our golden age of gaming.
Well, no, you were in high school, so tell me how.
Yeah, I'm a
grown man gamer,
72-year-old fella now.
Grown man, you grown man.
Oh my god.
Grown man gaming, GMG, baby.
Well, this was my first console growing up.
Really? Well, you know what my first console was? The console that came out after this, the NES.
Well, what's the ColecoVision?
No, the NES.
The NES.
Yeah,
you're missing out. You're missing out.
I did miss out.
The Atari was fantastic.
Well, I got
super simplistic games. The joystick only had one button. It was, okay, look. Well, I don't want to throw shade in the Atari, but the Atari games were very simple. There was only a handful of games that were even mildly complex, and even then they were pretty basic.
Like Spider-Man?
I mean, it's great and it's fun. Like Spider-Man is a solid game, but there's not much to it. You swing left, you swing right, you pick people up, and that's it. They're either shooting games or like Pong paddle games. That was essentially it.
Well, this pretty much this handheld Atari game, this Atari sort of system, you only have two buttons. You have a joystick, you have a D-pad, and you have select and start. That's it. It has 50 games built in. Is it something that you think you would get? I mean, Sega has like a handheld game, like one of those plug and plays handheld version. I didn't buy it. I'm probably not going to buy this. You can pre-order this too. I think you only pre-order this in the UK. I think it's only come out in the UK because when I clicked on, I got the story from IGN. So I clicked on a link. It was sort of like a UK website.
Oh, interesting. I mean, it looks cool. It's got like the wood grain on there, and it very much has all the styling of an Atari. Like the front of it looks like the Atari joystick, with like the orange buttons and the black and gray lines. Depending on what the price point is, maybe
It's like $40.
sure.
It was £39.99.
Right,
So-
which is probably $40 to $50. Yeah,
$40-50 in American. Yeah. That's something that I'm going to probably get, at least not day one, for the most part.
Well, I don't think it's going to be selling out like crazy.
We may be surprised. You never know.
Could be the new NES Classic.
Some-
GameStop is going to bundle it with the Mega Buster.
Make sure. No. So something else. Actually, did you? From a retro perspective, like we're retro collectors, so we go to pawn shops, we go to Goodwill, we go to Salvation Armies all the time to see if they have anything. All right. So one person actually went into a pawn shop and found the prototype for the NVIDIA Shield. Well, the portable version, the second one, NVIDIA Shield 2. That I don't think ever came out because after NVIDIA Shield 1, they started working with Nintendo on the Switch.
Oh, right. And they kind of diverted all their attention and funds to that.
Yeah, think how much money they're making from the Switch.
Sure. They're the powerhouse of a graphics card in there.
Yeah. So this was found in a pawn shop. And I don't really do pawn shops a lot. Because pawn shops actually, they're like sort of like retro retailers. They want market value.
They want top dollar, yeah.
Market value for what it is, right? Because they're a pawn shop.
And
even though you can make a deal, they're open to making a deal, right? So you're probably not going to get the top of the line type of price, but you can make a deal with them.
Sure.
Right? Because it's a pawn shop. It's not like a retail store.
Right. I mean, they can sell
like a
things
retro
for whatever they want.
like a retro game that's a retail store. Like
Yeah.
Like video games in New York.
Right.
They have overhead that they need to pay, so they need to sell at whatever the market value is.
Sure.
But like a pawn shop, I know they are a retail store, but they have other things. They're not a video game store, so they have a little bit more room to wiggle to negotiate.
Right. They have their items that they can make money on for sure. Usually there's a lot of jewelry in there. That's always a big thing. Like audio equipment's usually big, DJ equipment and whatnot. And you'll find some games every now and again. This guy found the controller.
He did.
Are we?
Well, NVIDIA Shield was like, I mean, it's sort of like a portable system.
Right.
So it has a screen on top.
Right, and you would attach your phone to it, I believe, is kind of the thing, right?
No, it had like just a regular screen on top.
Oh,
it had a screen on top.
Okay.
Yeah. No. The NVIDIA Shield was sort of like the control. Like I think of an Xbox controller with a screen.
Oh, and then you would stream to it. Is that how that worked, or?
No. It had. I don't think you streamed to it. I mean, look, I never had an NVIDIA Shield.
Right.
It never really, because mostly it was marketed to PC gamers, so I never really knew anything about the NVIDIA Shield. I mean, I knew about it, but I never knew what it really was.
Right.
But I don't think you can. Maybe you can stream to it.
I think, because it didn't have any games specific to it. Yeah, no. Definitely a streaming service.
Streaming device.
Streaming device, yeah. And then you could play it on the little screen that came with the OG version.
Well, streaming device from your desktop, from your PC.
Yeah, and then I think like newer ones had newer ones you could play like directly on the TV. I think so you didn't need the little screen anymore. I think so, yeah.
It seemed like something that when I first saw it, I was like, "This is super interesting." But it was mostly, maybe that's why I didn't really get into it, because you had to stream from your PC.
It would kind of be a good thing for you.
Why? Why would you think that?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, you can get like a little PC in a box, a tiny little PC in a box thing for like less than $500, and you have like the whole Steam library.
If that's the case, I could just get a Steam box. What are the Steam boxes?
Well, sure, but I mean, that's basically the same thing. But then you'd have to find a way to like stream it to the TV or just like hook it up directly to the TV via the box.
Well, the point is, somebody actually found the prototype for the second one in a pawn shop.
Right.
I mean, and then we got that, and wasn't it who found something in the Goodwill? recently, or Salvation
Well,
Army.
there was that sealed stadium events, I think.
Yeah, they found that in the Salvation Army for a couple of bucks, right?
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
insane.
That's crazy.
I still don't believe it, but it seems like it's panning out to be true.
And you can still listen, man. You can still find stuff, even in this environment, 2017. You can still
Yeah,
find stuff in the
that
pawn
was
shop.
that was in Queens. That is literally the next borough over from where we record. Somebody found it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Rated
it's
G in
insane.
Brooklyn. Come on, let's go. Put something in Brooklyn
Yeah, right.
so we can find
You know
it.
the little Samson in the back of the Goodwill over on Fulton. Come on,
I'll take.
is that too much to ask?
We'll take. Well, someone will take it.
I know. Yeah, I'll snatch that up in a second.
So, all right. Let's. I'm a big Street Fighter fan. You're a big Street Fighter fan. Street Fighter 2, notably
Classic.
classic. So they
I
have
grew up on that.
So they have
Spent all my lunch money on that.
at the arcade, right?
That
That
hell
Mortal
yeah.
Kombat. That Mortal Kombat. Right, at
Do
the
I need to
arcade.
eat today? No, I need to play a Sub-Zero.
I don't need my
no,
peanut butter
right.
and jelly sandwich. I need to
Uh-uh.
play Street Fighter 2.
No,
damn it.
I'm good.
That and NBA Jam too, right?
Oh,
it was more
yes.
when we were younger. It was Street Fighter 2,
Uh-huh.
Mortal Kombat 2,
Yep.
and NBA Jam.
That was like the
Those-
trifecta
those,
right there.
Those were like
That was
the
a
games.
trifecta. 50 cents a quarter.
Aw.
Like, because there's like 4 quarters in basketball. $2 to finish a game.
Wow,
$2 to finish a game. It was insane.
So, well, funny enough, my best friend at the time, I'm not even gonna give him. I'm not gonna say his name because I'm not gonna give him any shine on the podcast.
All right, that's fine.
He came to my house one time, and I have NBA Jam for SNES.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, "Hey, let's play, right? Let's play together." So while I wasn't looking, he put in the unlimited life code or whatever, like so he couldn't miss.
Yeah, right.
And every time I shot, I
you dunk
missed.
from anywhere.
I know. I was like, "Wait, no! How are you beating me? I rule in this game. I destroy you." And he put in the code when I wasn't looking.
Yeah, right.
So
Sneaky bastard. Let me tell you.
I know. He's like Dave. He's just like, yeah, I guess I'm just that good.
Oh,
I'm like,
whatever.
whatever.
No. I don't need to cheat. To
I know.
mop the floor
I can
with
just
you.
beat you. I can just beat you.
I don't need to cheat.
Yeah, whatever.
I may let you win. from time
Whatever.
to time.
Whatever. You just lose,
Uh-huh.
right? That's what it is.
No, again. I
Anyway.
let you win from time to time.
Anyway, Street Fighter 2. It's the 30th anniversary,
It is.
and to celebrate, Capcom and what is it, 8-bit? What,
I am 8-bit.
I am 8-bit have come together to put out a limited edition cartridge that you can actually play on your Super Nintendo system if you still have one, like we do, because we're collectors. It's like there's only 5,500 of them are going to be released.
Right.
And 2 versions. You get the bright red version, and you have like sort of the clear version.
Right, which is an even
Random.
smaller subset. So like 1 in 5 people will get like the clear glow in the dark green.
Yeah. So it's actually it's random, right? You could buy 2 and get 2 of the red ones, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's $100, pretty pricey for a
So-
game that's been
so-
out for 30 years that we have on like every system.
Yeah, I mean,
But this
price.
is mostly for collectors, and of course you get the box and you get the manual and you get some posters. So this is their way of weeding out sort of it's their way of weeding out scalpers maybe. They price expensive, so only the hardcore people will buy it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I was on the fence. I was like, I kind of want it, but then I found out there's a warning label on there that it can set your SNES on fire.
Yeah, so this is what you posted up about it, right? I knew about the limited edition thing. I did not know about the fire safety warning. How? Why? Like, is this not just the same board inside a different shell?
It is not the same board.
Uh-huh.
It's a cheaper board. If you watch, Spawnwave, Newswave on YouTube, great channel. Check out his channel. I think it's Newswave, Spawnwave, Spawnwave Network. Awesome guy. We actually been tweeting recently about Final Fantasy and the Switch.
Yeah.
Check us out on Twitter, Rated G for Gamers. He actually broke the story because he actually dig deep into a little bit and the board. Well, he dig deep into why it's $100, right? And he said, even if he used a regular board, I mean, it's still only costing him like $20 the most. So $100 is pretty pricey.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're using the same board that they used on the original game.
Uh-huh. So
maybe they're using a cheaper version of that board, which could cause your SNES to turn, into flames.
okay. So 2 things about that. How how is that getting past the regulations and whatever else that?
I don't think they're regulating
you know,
SNES games anymore.
Well, I don't know, but
I don't think
you're able to sell this thing that could possibly set your house on fire. I don't know.
Well, not your house, just your SNES.
Well, I mean, it depends. If you don't have a fire extinguisher, it could blow up the whole entertainment center. And two,
it's just a warning label.
And two, people aren't buying this to play it. It's definitely a showpiece. So I don't think it's that big of an issue, but it's still, if I'm going to pay $100 for something, I would expect it not to possibly blow up my Super Nintendo. So it's definitely going to be a no for me on that one.
I still may get it as a showpiece. We don't know. I don't know. We'll see. It's not something that when I first saw it, it wasn't something that I was like clamoring to get. It was like, maybe. You never know.
Right.
So, also, 30th. So basically, this is the 30th anniversary of Street Fighter 2. This is also the 25th birthday for the original Mario Kart on SNES.
Oh, way back when. In
Happy birthday!
1992.
I have fond memories of this game of schooling my little cousins who were like 8 years old at the time in this. I love this game growing up.
It's great.
And yeah, I really loved this game growing up.
It birthed the whole kart genre.
It did.
The kart racer genre,
It did. And my favorite kart game of all time is Super Mario and Super Mario Kart 64.
Mario 64?
Yeah, that's my favorite. I think that's the best one of all time.
I
personally,
up until 8 came out, it was hands down Mario Kart Double Dash for the GameCube.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, there is no other answer. I'm sorry. It was objectively the best game.
I wasn't all. I skipped the GameCube generation. So I didn't play until After Effects. I don't have a nostalgia feel for it. Like I don't have a connection to it like I have a 64 one. I played the heck out of the 64 one. Right? So I still think that's the best one because until Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Well, that is the new reigning champ.
You couldn't hold two items at one time. Remember, like you couldn't do that in Double Dash.
You couldn't do that in regular 8 either, but 8 Deluxe you can.
Yeah, you can do that in 8 Deluxe.
And the love, they took all the classic tracks and reworked all the tracks. The anti-grav stuff. You go underwater, I would have to say 8 Deluxe is my new favorite.
All right, so we said happy birthday to Street Fighter 2. We said happy birthday to Mario Kart. You know what? I think let's get into the convo of the week. Let's say happy birthday to us, Rated G for Gamers podcast.
Happy 2-year anniversary.
We've been doing this for 2 years, Dave. 2 long years.
I know. I can't believe it. We had such humble beginnings. Started off with 0 followers on Instagram. Started off with a handful of video games.
Well, let's take it back to the beginning. So
the year is 1980.
I was not born yet.
You were not born.
But Dave was in high school.
Dave was in high school. No, I was born.
Dave was in high school.
And a mere 2 years later, there was a controller in my hand and I was playing Centipede.
And then
on the Atari.
And then I was born.
And then Dan.
And then Dave finished high school.
Dan Classic Robinson came and
And Dave finished high school and ended college in 82.
So 98, thank you very much.
So anyway, let's we've always been friends. We worked together at Circuit City. We didn't even know we were gamers for the longest time.
That's true.
I mean, I knew you was the PC guy, but I didn't think I guess you play PC games. We never talked about games at all.
Not so much. Well, yeah, we kept it. I don't know.
We talked every day. We had a website business.
We tried to do. I guess we can say we tried to do a. I just like
more
a website about New York City.
In New York City website, which was a bigger task than we originally thought.
Sure, we were trying to do a whole network thing and talk about New York City and the nightlife and music and.
Just the mom and pop stuff. It was like sort of the underground of New York.
Sure, and like all of that, and we did that for a little bit, and that just proved to be a little bit too much.
It's
as you
more
were
of a
saying, I
daunting
think.
task than
Yeah.
we originally expected.
Yeah. And
So
then I guess
we stayed friends. We worked together. Then we did the website together. When that tapered off, we were still just friends. We would go out and reminisce about our old Circuit City days. Don't know how we got on the subject of who's a gamer, but I think we were just talking one day because we did sort of mention to each other that we wanted to get into something again, like another sort of website, but we needed sort of an idea.
right.
And then for some reason, I don't know how we got on the subject, but I told you I was a gamer, and you were just like, "Wow,
Yeah,
I'm a
didn't know
gamer."
that. Yeah, and then you're like, I got all these systems, and I'm like, no, you don't. I got all these games. I'm like,
I
no, you
had to take a
don't.
picture and show it to him because he didn't
Yeah,
believe me.
but you like at the time, like in your humble beginnings, you already had like 30 game systems, and I was like, damn, all right.
I still had the ones that I have growing up. I didn't throw them out.
Yeah.
A lot of them I didn't throw out.
Right.
Some of them did get damaged. And I had to, again, I think I told the story before when we were up to our 85th episode. How I really got into gaming was pretty much, I was stressed out at work, and I came home, and I think I was playing like NBA, like a 2K game, because I still sort of kept up with the systems, but I just wasn't really buying a lot of games. And then I was like, you know what? I started buying games that I had that I lost when I was younger.
That's how it starts.
And then and then it went from games that I had and lost to games that I wanted to buy as a kid, but never had the money, obviously. And then I never stopped.
Right.
And 2 years later, 2.5 years later, still going.
Right.
Right.
And I started a little bit out, a couple months after you did, I think.
I think a whole year after. You
Or
weren't
maybe
really
it was like a year
you
after,
weren't really
yeah.
collecting as much. And
A
then
little bit,
yeah,
a little bit here and there. Like I had all my PlayStation games from my youth. I had my GBA games. I had a couple of Nintendo games and 1 or 2 Super Nintendo games. And then like the 360 came around, and I had all those. And then I had like a humble little set of games and some PC games here and there. So I just I had them. I wasn't really like collecting. And then you were telling me about your collecting, and I was like, oh. And basically, I got the bug. And I was like, all right, I'm in.
Dave became a competitor.
Yeah. So
It
we're
became my
going, like,
competition.
I can't compete with Danny's 2,000 plus games, but I do have 600 plus.
You do. And only because I sort of had like a year and a half head start.
And they're like, that kind of love, permeated like into like our idea to do something together.
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, maybe we can do like a podcast. Like that's a thing, and it's pretty easy to start. I kind of
Which became more work than we knew, that we figured. But
well, I try and tell this guy all the time that it's never that easy. It's never that easy.
Well, you know what? Listen, if you put your mind to it, you can work it out. And
we did. And we have.
It's been a labor of love.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh, most definitely. I think it's always been fun, and that's like kind of a big thing.
And then we didn't do any promotion. As you can, if you listen to the old episodes to now, we've gotten better at being podcasting.
Sure. We're just as we're looking at the new studio setup.
As we've grown from a bedroom to an actual studio, sort of a studio setup.
Right.
All right. A spare bedroom in your new condo in Brooklyn. We've did well. We had zero promotion. And I guess the promotion really started from Instagram, because I started our Instagram account. Didn't even use Twitter.
Yep.
I started Instagram.
You still don't really use Twitter.
Only
You
because
just started to use Twitter.
Only because I wanted to post pictures of my pickups. Right?
You can do that on Twitter,
I know, but
there is a picture button.
But Instagram is pictures, right?
Right.
That's more so for visuals.
Right. Yeah, and it is. It helps to show off. Helps to show off our collection. It helps us to connect with other gamers and fans.
Like J Bam, who's awesome.
Big ups, Retro Sniper.
And retro tinkerer.
Retro tinkering.
Tinkering. Sorry.
There's like lots of good people.
Check out his YouTube channel, Retro Tinkering, at youtube.com.
There's a ton of good people on there. We would have never met them otherwise. We share the common love of retro video games, which is great. There's a great community, not just in Brooklyn, but even like throughout the world. There's some people.
We have a lot of fans. We have a lot of fans in Vietnam.
Apparently, yeah.
We have a lot of fans in Vietnam.
Who knew?
No, but it's just been a labor of love. It's been great. I mean, it's been work, but it doesn't feel like work because it's stuff that I would do on a daily basis anyway. Like
Right.
we both love retro games and modern games. I sort of put the shows together every week, and you want to, you are the heart and soul of the show because you deal with the technical side.
Well,
of it.
we both are. I mean, we couldn't do it without each other.
We both have a job. We both have a
Yes.
job to do, right?
Yeah.
So, it's been a great 2 years. It actually flew by because when you were like, "This is our 2-year anniversary," I was like, "Yeah, right." I think this is like
No
a
way.
year, maybe, right?
Yeah.
It feels like it's just been like a year, but it's been like 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's been crazy. A lot of things have happened in 2 years. We've cried, we've laughed, we've collected,
Yeah.
we've cursed,
We've
we've
conquered.
cursed out pre-orders that we've missed out on
Oh yeah.
twice. All the classic edition of Nintendo and
I know.
and Amiibos too. We've been on an Amiibo chase.
Ah.
So I want to put my water bottle up in the air and say cheers to continued growth and another 2 years, hopefully.
Here, here. Well, I think that about does it. It's episode 85, 2-year anniversary episode in the books. We want to thank you guys for being fans, for liking, listening, commenting, subscribing, doing all the good things that you guys do. Here's to you. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google Plus at Rated G for Gamers. You can always email us at ratedgforgamers@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. So please like, listen, subscribe, and
As always, keep gaming.